What's up, guys? So, as always, I try to give much more value than I ever would ask for. My grandma used to always tell me, give way more than you ask for, and you'll always have more than enough. I believe in the abundance mindset, meaning that there's enough of everything for everybody. The more you give, the more you receive. If you could do me a huge favor, one tiny ask, share this video. Make sure you invite your realtor friends and your investor friends to join the Loaded community. We got free trainings, free tips, free tricks, tangible information that will truly allow you to immediately put it into use and then yield a result from it. These are things that have made me dramatically successful across all types of different sales industries. Right now, we're in real estate. I'll be doing real estate for the rest of my life. I absolutely love it. One thing that I did realize, though, I was listening to an Alex Hormozi podcast, and he said, I don't necessarily know if I love teaching as much as I love learning. One thing that I know that I love to do indefinitely, unequivocally, without a shadow of a doubt, is learning. But I know that I really just love proving people wrong. I love the naysayers. I love when they say that it won't work, and then I love showing ways that it does work. And because when I grew up, I wasn't a traditional learner. You always got those slow kids in that slow class. And I remember they ended up putting me in that class because maybe I had attention deficit disorder, or I wasn't necessarily following the curriculum to a T. And so I guess that automatically qualified me for that slower class. But I remember having so much finesse and always finding ways to make things work that wouldn't traditionally work, or wasn't the traditional path that they gave us in school. And so I guess that would give you the label of what they would call a rebel, but those same qualities are actually the reason that I'm successful at this particular moment in time. And so if you've ever felt like I don't fit, or I don't learn the same way, or I don't walk the same path as others, or I don't process information the same way, maybe you're gifted. Let's jump right into this. As a licensed realtor, why do I love Zillow leads? So our current market conditions, December of 2022, we're kind of in this like up and down kind of market, right? Earlier, end of 2021, going into the beginning of 2022, totally different market. We lacked inventory. We were going through that COVID phase. So there was a lot of people running to different states for political reasons and freedoms and things of this nature, especially, by the way, with the lack of logistics and supplies logistically getting to where they needed to be in order to keep business in full-fledged production. Here in Texas, we lacked the ability for a very short period of time to be able to build an inventory to match our actual customer base. So we didn't have enough product for the clients that were hungry for the product. We were very much in a seller's market. I guess they say traditionally that's not what we're in. Luckily, in the loaded agent business, we're always in a seller's market. And because I want you to remember this, if you have the product that the client wants, they'll always buy it. So the reason why I love Zillow leads, especially in a time where the market's kind of doing this, and buyers are starting to get more leverage for what it is that they want, they're looking for in their product, and they're able to go into the negotiations and get more of what they want as per our last seller's market. This is a very supplementary lead to get. And what I mean when I say that is, in my business specifically, I'm a listing agent. I'm an investor agent. I'm a problem solver. So I have much more listings than the average individual has. And I'm trying to make it so that it's easier for all realtors to have more listings than the average realtor has, so that that average realtor statistic starts to dramatically decrease. Because those leads are supplementary and I get them, I hear a lot of realtors say to me, and I've had realtors ask me the question, what do you think about Zillow leads? They ask me, for lack of better words, do Zillow leads work? And my reply to that is, do you work? Because all leads work if you work the leads. Now, I'm a closer, okay? I present a lot of good solutions. I'm super proactive. I believe in systems more than anything. And for me, systems mean save yourself time, energy, money. So how do you vet the lead when they come in? What do you say to them? How do you set your appointments? How do you distribute your leads? Things of this nature. So I'm super systems oriented. And because I'm straightforward and I'm a decent communicator, as you might be able to tell, I close a lot higher of leads I think that the average person might not close because they don't have the right systems put in place. Also, I'm super stern about my time. I have those systems put in place now to where I'm like, the phone call comes in, the phone gets answered, it goes through this particular sequence, it fits into this slot. I tell my realtors all the time, they want to see it at 9. My realtors go, I don't know if I can do it at 9. Okay, we'll call them and set up a time that's convenient for the both of you, okay? You are part of the equation. Way beyond that, I nurture them. I think we live in an immediate gratification society, so when things don't turn over the exact time we want them to turn over, like if we can't put it in the microwave and it's not ready in 3 minutes, then a lot of the times we don't want to wait for it. And I've been a victim of my own lack of patience. You can even tell because I talk fast and I won't stop talking fast. So you got to listen a little faster or rewind it and listen to it again. But I've been a victim of my own impatience. And I think that if patience is something that you struggle with, that you have to purposefully and intentionally cultivate patience. Okay. So I'm super stern about my time, but I also understand that if I have to grow seed, I have to sow seed. And sometimes that takes a lot of nurturing. As a matter of fact, I'm thinking of a client that we just put on the market now. I've been nurturing this guy for about 6 months. He was going through a very specific time in his life. I coached him to the best of my ability through that time. And now we're on the market. And so I love Zillow leads because when the market's kind of going like this, because I get leads from several different sources, by the way, and I'll talk about that on a totally different video. But I truly believe that when you're going through that wave in that market and you're in that part of the economic cycle where it's not, I guess you would call it steady. It's hard for me to say things like steady because my business is steady because we cultivate it that way. It's very intentional. But when you're going through those ups and downs in your business, which you will go through those ups and downs in your business, you can avoid the lower lows and stay closer to the middle and the high by having supplementary Zillow leads. So learn how to work your Zillow leads.